Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. This week has been so busy for us. I've tried to bring you guys along as much as possible to try to show you guys what all we've been doing, but I'm a homesteader first, a YouTuber second. So it's very hard whenever there's a time crunch to try to get things planted in the garden because it's going to thunderstorm. It's very hard for me to be like, oh, nope, I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing that's really super important right now so that way I can film that's not really doing much of anything except for entertaining people. So I pretty much was like, okay, that's a lot of thunder. I'm going to put the camera down, not going to film anymore because I have all these tomatoes, peppers, and brassicas that need to be planted now. So as you guys know, this property is a very wet property, so we've been very delayed in planting the garden. So this week, because it has not rained and it's been extremely hot and sunny, it actually was able to dry up the garden enough that we were able to prep the beds yesterday very quickly and get everything planted. Today I finished up a few brassicas that needed planted, but there really wasn't much left to do today in terms of planting things. Hello, Lucky. Every time that I've tried to film, this is like take number 5 or something ridiculous, he keeps hopping up on this stool type thing that I'm sitting on and like licking my ear and nibbling on my ear, and it's very distracting. It's very cute. It's very cute to watch, but it is very distracting and very uncomfortable too because goats have teeth. Um, but so I did actually, besides getting the garden planted this week, I've worked my tail off getting the duck and goose coop finished up. Hold on. You got it all finished. Got it all finished so that way you and the rest of the goats have the whole barn to yourselves. So I did get it all finished yesterday. We did end up getting all the ducks and the geese to go in there last night, and I was able to lock them up in there last night. So that was actually really, it was kind of a big treat for us this morning to be able to open up the barn and let everybody out and not have the ducks and geese squawking so loudly. And there was just so much less stress in our tiny little barn that it was almost like we woke up in a different world. Like it was kind of crazy. But it was honestly, it was really nice. So the ducks and geese, they did really enjoy sleeping in their own paddock, which I would show you guys this all right now, but it is very windy out, and back where the barn is, it's actually kind of tucked into the woods area, so it's very much protected from all of the wind. Every time that I've tried to film in the garden today to try to show you guys like what all we got done and what all we got planted, it's been way too windy to do that. Bless you. Goats are kind of like deer. When they smell something interesting, they sneeze. So he was smelling my britches that probably smell like ducks and geese. But so we got that all done. It is not 100% finished. There's a lot of things that I want to do still to it to make it so that way it's better, more secure, more modified, and just nicer. But I did get it done up enough that we could safely lock up the ducks and geese in there. They can... Goat hair. They can actually live in there, stay in there, survive in there, have no problems. We have continued to, because of last week, well, not last week, this past week, while I was working in there, we had to keep free ranging the ducks and geese to let them, oh, you're going to go back for my ear, aren't you, buddy? Aren't you? It's okay. It's okay. Because of working on the duck and goose coop, I did end up having to free range the ducks and geese pretty much all week in the grass, and they've actually done remarkably well. Like they're doing better at staying home than the freaking turkeys do. Like the turkeys are terrible about staying home. It's kind of ridiculous. Are you gonna eat my hat? You don't. You want my hat? You want my hat? You look very handsome. And then you dropped it. No, don't breathe like that. It's creepy. It's not that you're creepy. It just feels weird. It feels like you're going to become a serial killer and murder me, Luck. You would never do that. I know. Anyways, so getting the ducks and geese moved out of here was a very high priority type of thing to do because of the fact that we do have a goat that is getting ready to give birth very soon. We don't know for sure what day she is due, but we know that it's anywhere from today to like the second week of June, that she's somewhere in that window as to when she's going to give birth. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on that, and we needed to basically open up that much barn space because the ducks and geese were taking up half of the barn. We needed to open that up so then that way the goats could have a lot more space, and then that way there'd be space for babies and just way less chaotic. The chores in the morning have been just chaos for the past, like, I don't know, 8 months or so. In terms of when you first come out here, it's just so noisy that, like, I usually just cover my ears as I'm letting the ducks and geese out because it's insane. But so this morning it was actually, everybody was really calm. Everybody was really chill. I was able to open up the goat side of the barn to let the goats have free range of the entire barn, which was kind of neat because Lucky actually was able to meet me at the door because he heard it. Lucky's really protective of the rest of the goats. He is a castrated male, so he can't get anybody pregnant. He's not vicious, as you guys can see. So you don't have to worry about anything like that with him. But since he's very protective of all of the animals in the barn, it's really nice that when he hears a noise at the door that he can actually run over to the door to try to see if something's coming to try to, steal his chickens, or, if it's just me. So it was actually really nice today to be able to do that. And then I also was able to get the rest of the garden planted out today. And Tracy's been working on actually getting rid of some of our excess roosters. So it's been not really anything that's worth filming. Plus it's been really windy, and yeah, nobody wants to see chicken guts. Simple as that. But I'm going to cut this off here because it's actually supposed to start raining here soon. And I have a few other things that I want to try to get done. Some more weed whacking that I want to get done, and just some general yard work that I want to get done before it rains again. And I also ought to see if Tracy needs some help because it's kind of hard to process chickens all by yourself. They're not rabbits. Rabbits are so much easier. I much prefer rabbits. But yeah. Anyways, so if you guys are enjoying this content, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends on social media. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.